Hello everybody, welcome back to Cracked Up Games, and welcome back to In Sound Mind. In the last episode, we finally got the upgrade for this area, which is the lure pills that Desmond holds kind of funny, because I don't know exactly what the heck he's doing with his middle finger there. Which are an interesting item, because they seem to work a bit like... They can be used two ways. So the first item that really... Yep, there we go. That was exactly what I was expecting to happen. Okay, let's just do that. Well, that was less effective than I hoped. Ow. Can you stop? I am getting stuck on boxes. This is a really ineffective shotgun. Okay. I don't know what to do differently there. So as I was saying though, the lure pill can be used in a few different ways. It can be used to lure enemies. You throw it in the Ancient Rainbow and it'll explode, and you can actually take it yourself to heal yourself and give yourself infinite stamina for a short period of time, which is really cool. It's versatile. I don't have a lot of them, but it's versatile. Apparently it doesn't do all that much damage to those big guys when they explode, though, and that's a problem. Come on, game, quit freezing while you're loading. Also, that shotgun was seeming less than effective, to be completely honest. Okay, let's try this again. First off, take that lure pill. Oh, hi. There we go. That was much better. Ow. There. Who'd have thought a shotgun would work a lot better up close? I can't actually see what I'm picking up. Health. That is actually very needed, so I will gladly take that. Battery, I don't need the flare. Go ahead and get this open. I will say I'm kind of getting to the point where I really, really wish there was a easier way to use this inventory.
I could plug a chip in there.
'Cause, like, just having to cycle through stuff, it's kind of taking a while each time I have to. Maybe there is another way and I just am not aware of it. I don't know. Okay, there's some bullets. Reload, so I'm gonna grab the rest of that. That's a little strange. Why am I hearing Nygaard? I'm hearing engine sounds, so I can only assume that that's Max Nygaard. Why? Alright, I thought I saw another... Oh, here's two more lure pills. Yeah, I thought I saw another of the barrel things, but I guess not. No, they're regular bullets. I was hoping those would be shotgun shells. Oh, hello? What are you telling me to look for here? Just the circuit thing? I don't know what it's actually trying to get me to do. Oh, wait, are you shotgun shells? No. It's still very interesting. There we go, that's shells, okay. Still very interesting though how volatile that is. It starts like boiling. That one done, because there's something on that shelf there. Also, I had a bit of a realization on the previous video, or after the previous recording session, because I don't remember if it was in the previous video or the one before that.
I could plug a chip in there.
Because they mentioned Agent Rainbow, which I can only assume is the chemical stuff that we've been seeing, because it's like rainbow fluid, and like I made the comparison, I think I made the comparison back in Point Icarus, of comparing it to Agent Orange. But I have to wonder, because like the voice that's been talking to us, and like the entity harassing us through all of this that I've been calling Red. There was the note at the tunnel in Point Icarus that was signed R, which I said was kind of funny because, oh, maybe that's what I'm hearing is the incinerator. Yeah, because I said that kind of funny because I'd been calling him Red. But that makes me wonder now if that R is for Rainbow, and if he is like an actual manifestation of Agent Rainbow.
I could plug a chip in there.
I'm still going to keep calling him Red, because calling him Rainbow not only is a mouthful, but it's also a little bit of a stupid name. But it still makes me wonder, okay, so what did I actually accomplish with this? I don't know what powering these actually did, because I couldn't really figure that out in the previous episode either. What is my current objective? Use lure pills to tame the bull. Find a way to unlock the doors at the 3rd floor. Right! I knew I was going to forget that. I need to go back to the 3rd floor because I have the key card. I need these again. I also need to stop pressing the wrong buttons. Yeah, again, since I don't actually know what these are for, I'm gonna just take them all back. I don't know what having them here is accomplishing. Alright, this says exit, so that takes me out into the incinerator. Formation room. Whatever the heck's over there, room. Alright, I'm not gonna go that way yet, even though like it all leads out into the same place. Looks like it just leads over here. Map, this is what I'm needing. Alright, it's over here. Is it this? Yes. I need to get in that door up here. Alright, so I place this one
chip in there.
first. then I place this one. And then over here there was the 3 volt, right? So back here, yes. I could get rid of these now since I have the lure pills. I'm just not going to because I don't really see much of a point. I kind of feel like there's a high chance I'd be wasting them.
It's a keycard reader. It looks new.
I'm sorry, but what the heck was that? Radio Man.
Connection. Radio wave. Rain waves. Rainbow could be
Rainbow.
possible.
What the heck? I don't know what any of that was about just now. Radio Man, so something about... Is that like talking about the radio tower that they mentioned? 'Cause in the like office area I found... Why is music so loud in here? 'Cause in the office area there was talk about the radio tower, which I think is going to be the next area. Oh, I see that. Hold on. Figuring this out with the mirror is really weird. Warn everyone. Put away. Denied? What? Okay, hold on. Agent Rainbow is comprised of the following. Tryptopsyban mushroom, that's 2 of the components from the lure pill are part of that. Xanagrafazole, central nervous system stimulant, and Metamin, sedative. Past experimentation concluded in effects such as amnesia, hysteria, psychosis, and hallucinations. See references BZ Ultra, the Montauk files. Clearance required. Can I find BZ Ultra in the Montauk files? I don't know what those are. Hey, Enduramin. Ooh, stamina increase. Delightful. Can I get some chakra shells? Ooh, and Detectinol. And Vitalux. Heck yeah. Can I get a Fastenoid? Found one of everything else in here. I would also love to get some shotgun shells, because all I'm finding is regular handgun bullets. Material requisition form. Date February 1st, 1997. Work order, yada yada. Location QF Quarry Factory, maybe? Persons preparing requisition J. McCready. I've seen that name in here before. Somewhere. I don't remember if that was in here or Point Icarus or what. Recipient Department, Ancillary Research. Agent Rainbow residue and tryptopsyban extract. I wonder if they were testing like the reactive nature of those, like with the lure pills or something. Test report. Sample analyzed, xanagrafazole. See batch, added absorbent, subject bovine. Mental breakdown followed by cardiac arrest, subject disposed of. Another batch added suidae. I don't know what a suidae is. Psychotic break followed by severe brain hemorrhaging. Subject disposed of. Jeez. And test subject simian, which is monkeys. Subject appeared to be receptive at first, but soon entered a catatonic state and was disposed of. Xanagrafazole is still unstable at this stage. Effects on the central nervous system are unpredictable. Further testing is required before we can proceed with human subject research. Rosemary James, Science Research Specialist. Okay, so she's one of the researchers involved in the creation of xanagrafazole. Dennis Nedry, Technical Manager, and Seth Brundell, Project Manager / Laboratory Head. Those are all names that we've seen recently. I already saw this one, right? Yes. Hello? Some strange sounds coming from there. Oh. Immoral. Is there more writing on the walls? So this is where it said warn everyone. Oh yeah, there's the shards there telling me to do that. Haunted? Interesting. Let me just peek around, see if there's anything else glowing in this room. Doesn't really look like it, alright. Go back and grab all of these, and then... Tame the bull. What do I have to do to tame the bull? I don't know what that entails. That while I can. Alright, game, you're kind of getting a bit of lag spikes here. Alright, so... That's the question now, is exactly where do I go? To the hangar, maybe? Game? Okay, yeah, that outright doesn't work since I took the chip out. Like it's really needed anyways. Just for processing zone. Is he still in there at all? Also, God, this furnace is loud. Or incinerator. Y'all know what I mean. Alright, I don't like how red it is out here. Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah, that's my hint. I need to figure out how to get him into here to blow open the door to the quarry. He's close. Can I see him? Nah. Oh. I don't like any of this. Okay, if you pilled it, they will come, so... It's a hint to throw the pill there. Oh god. Lead the bull to the quarry. Oh god. Alright, come on, buddy. Let's keep on going, I guess. Is this a drug addict? Hey, can I get through? Quarry this way? Oh, hello. Yeah, see, I don't know exactly when Nygaard's gonna show up, so I don't feel like spending too much time on you guys. Alright. What was that noise? Is that a tree falling over? Oh. Hello. Okay, come on. Hit this, please. Alright, I would love if I could get him actually going in the right direction. Belongs to me, though. What? Oh my god, let me through! Well, I made my way to the quarry. Oh, hey, there's the giant excavator that we saw before. It's like I'd love if I could find some more of them, since he is aggroed on me now. Hi. Unfortunately, he can't get to me, but he sure as heck knows I'm in here. Alright, there's another. Oh, hello, Red.
All this for what? You're very much
I have no idea.
Max. Your priorities are all jumbled up. All you had to do was stay away. This whole situation is draining. Well, you wave the red flag, El Matador. You deal with this bull.
I mean, I'm sure I will eventually, but let's just close that for now. Honestly, I don't know what all this is for. I don't know why I had to lure him here. What do you mean by all this is very draining? The way he said that, it's like it's a hint at something, but I don't know exactly what it means. Minos Quarry sold to Mayer Pharma. On Tuesday, the Minos Quarry officially closed its doors for the last time. Mayer Pharmaceuticals, an American leader in medicine and science, has reportedly purchased the entire quarry grounds and then some. Their plan to convert the old factory into a shiny new distribution center will begin within 2 months' time. We're very excited, says Mr. Stephen Hill of Mayer. Milton Haven is near and dear to our hearts, and we are proud to do our part by creating gainful employment for the people of this fine town. We can't wait to become part of the family. The historical quarry, owned and operated by the Minos Corporation for decades, was primarily used for the mining of silver and lead and was considered to be a bedrock of employment for many in Milton Haven. Can you stop out there? As the yield began to decline over the past decade, however, the Minos Quarry had streamlined its operations and reduced its workforce significantly across the quarry, the processing factory, and adjacent power station. The mayor swooped in and saved Minos' behind, said Bob, one of the few employees that was still working on the quarry grounds at the time of the buyout. I don't mind, so long as we don't bomb ourselves back to the Stone Age, people will always need security guards. Okay. So that's mildly informative. I don't know. Oh, I think I opened that, maybe? Alright, so here's the quarry. I wonder if I'm supposed to lead him into the quarry itself by the time I'm done with all this. Alright, well, I know it's a little bit short, but I'm gonna go ahead and leave this episode here. So I want to try and make sure I get another episode recorded in time, because I'm going to be having a little bit of an interruption in about 30 minutes, a little less. Maybe about 40 minutes, I don't know. Anyways, if you liked the video, consider leaving a like. If you have any suggestions on how I can improve or any other comments you wish to share, then consider leaving a comment. If you like what I do and want to see more videos, then consider subscribing so you don't miss an upload. Until then, I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.